Cities by highest consumption in China. Zhejiang Hangzhou has become the most costly city in China, with an annual per capita consumption of 46,440 renminbi, leading Shanghai. In addition, Ningbo and Wenzhou, Zhejiang occupies 3 seats in high-consumption cities, and Zhejiang people spend 1.8 billion yuan a year on high-quality goods, has become a hot topic of research. Chinese media reports today that the Hangzhou Municipal Bureau of Commerce released 2022 data from various statistical bureaus on the 12th. Hangzhou ranks first among the top 10 cities in China, with an annual per capita consumption of 46,440 yuan, followed by Shanghai with 46,045 yuan, Shenzhen with 44,793 yuan, and Guangzhou with 44,036 yuan. In addition, among the top 10 cities, Zhejiang has a total of 3 cities on the list, including Ningbo with a total of 42,977 yuan, and Wenzhou with a total of 42,809 yuan. In the second half of last year, China was closed down due to the COVID-19 epidemic, but in the first half of last year, the epidemic in Hangzhou was not as serious as that in Shanghai, and the consumption potential continued to release. According to the Qianjiang Evening News in Zhejiang Province, the sales of Chanel boutique in Hangzhou Tower last year reached 1.8 billion yuan. As the only Chanel store in Zhejiang, this store often has long queues in front of its doors. At the beginning of this year, the topic of Zhejiang people spending 1.8 billion yuan a year to buy Chanel appeared on Weibo hot searches, sparking discussions and showcasing the laborious efforts of high-end consumers in Zhejiang and Hangzhou. According to the National Economic and Social Development Statistical Bulletin released by the Hangzhou Bureau of Statistics in March, in 2022, the per capita disposable income of all residents in Hangzhou was 7,281 yuan, an annual increase of 3.8%, and an actual increase of 1.4% after deducting price factors. The per capita living consumption expenditure is 46,440 yuan, an annual increase of 4.1%. Since the gradual lifting of the epidemic lockdown at the end of last year, the Hangzhou Municipal Bureau of Commerce has conducted a total of 365 consumer promotion activities in the first quarter of this year, with a transaction volume of 4.23 billion yuan and driving 5.658 million passenger traffic. Why does Zhejiang have such high consumption power? Zhejiang News said that in the eyes of many people, Hangzhou's championship is not uncommon. As the capital of Zhejiang province with developed private economy, Hangzhou has a relatively high income level and strong consumption capacity. Even in the first half of last year, despite frequent outbreaks of COVID-19 in many cities, residents still maintained a certain level of consumption willingness and behavior due to the relative easing of the epidemic in Hangzhou. In addition, new e-commerce, mainly represented by live streaming e-commerce, cross-border e-commerce, social e-commerce, content e-commerce, fresh e-commerce, new retail, metaverse, etc., continue to grow in Zhejiang, further stimulating the vitality of online consumption. However, some people in Hangzhou also explain that it's not because Hangzhou is too good at spending money, but because prices in Hangzhou are really too high. If you have money and no place to spend, you come to Westlake in Hangzhou. You have to eat 2,000 yuan every month just to eat. Milk tea is expensive, takeout is expensive, taxis are expensive, and roadside stalls are expensive.